Being an undergraduate business student takes up a good amount of anybody's time thinking about the future. So when there's a second career path ahead of you and one that has caught the rare attention of an international company, you may want to reconsider that college thing. So let's welcome into MidPoint a rising star in the IMSA road racing circuit. And at 19 years of age, he's going to make us all jealous. Sebastian Landy joins us. Sebastian, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Excellent, my friend, and also an old IMSA guy and SCCA and all the rest and know those circuits very, very well. But what is it that drove you to this form of racing? Because let's be honest right now, NASCAR runs the roost, and then there's always Formula One out there, and there's always the IndyCar. This is a very specialized form of racing.
Yes, it is. And really, it's one of the best, that I think, just for the driver, because all the cars are really very similar, and instead of something like Formula One or NASCAR where it can end up with some people have better cars than others, it really shows which driver is the best.
I think what you're getting to is what a lot of people have noticed when they see it, and we're seeing some of the racing here right now. This is not just hit the gas, turn left, hit the gas, turn left. You are working at a tremendous level in these cars, left, rights, straights, slowdowns, everything that you have going on here. This is a very physical form of motor racing, isn't it?
It is. It takes a lot of training and a lot of work, and it does take a toll on you when you're out there, but it's so exciting, and it really gets the adrenaline pumping that you don't tend to feel it while you're driving.
Okay, what was the first vehicle that you got behind, the very first thing you drove?
The first thing I drove was a 1995 Mazda Miata.
And what were you, 8? No, I'm just kidding. Because most of the kids that I know and most of the guys that I know, young men that I know, got involved in kart racing first. But you actually started differently, correct?
I did a tiny little bit of karts, but I never really did it just because I focused a lot on school when I was younger. So really, my racing career only started when I was 15, and that was racing cars, yeah.
So what is it that put you in that car at 15 years of age? Your folks, something else? What got you there?
Well, really, my dad was interested in it when he was younger, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity. Thanks to him, he put me in the car, and it sparked a love that both of us really had for the sport, and it's just continued from there.
So when you're there, and I know the answer to this question, but people always ask this because you're 19 years of age and you're on the Audi factory team, which in itself, or one of their teams, which is in itself a huge honor. How did you get to that point? Because again, at 19, there's a lot of guys that are going to be jealous of you for being there.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of hard work and a lot of time, especially off of school. But just practice and success over a couple of years, and thankfully after my performance last year in the Mazda MX-5 Cup, I was one of 18 drivers that was accepted to be part of the Audi Sport TT Cup, and the only American that was accepted.
Now, the only American, that's the key here, because it's very odd, because many times it's a lot of European drivers that the Audi manufacturers will go for. Why did they take you? Go ahead. You can go ahead and tell us. You can be really egotistical here for just a moment, Sebastian. Just say it's because you're really good at what you do.
I'd have to say it's because I'm fast. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you have to say that, and that's also something that they have to have seen. So what is the competition like here? I mean, you're on the road how many times, or how many months out of the year?
Well, I'm flying over to Europe this year at least 10 times, and I'm flying all around the U.S. as well in other races. And it's thousands and thousands of miles, and the competition is very, very close, and it's just so much fun.
How do you deal with it then, with constantly being away from home? I ask that only because I probably know the answer is, I'm not away from home, Ed. I live on the road. I like this.
Yeah, it can be a strain sometimes, especially with school, but I'm very thankful to have some great teachers that support me, and they're always willing to help me get up to speed as soon as I come back.
So you're still staying in college, though? You're not dropping college right now?
Not yet, at least.
Okay, now wait a minute, at least, hang on. So there it is right there. If you do good on the circuit and you do good in Europe, then probably the college career will just shovel aside a little bit?
Maybe. It's definitely it's a fallback option, so that way if the racing doesn't work out, then I can support myself in another way.
What is the end game for Sebastian Landy? Where do you want to wind up one day?
Well, hopefully, I'd love to be racing at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in Europe, supported by a manufacturer in some way. I love racing sports cars, and that's just my dream, really. Any
one driver stand out for you? I mean, the guy, whatever it is that really made you get involved, the idol?
Really, I think just my dad and the interest he's had, and he's raced a little bit, but never really to the level that I've had the opportunity to. and just I'm thankful for all the support that he's shown me over the years.
Got to tell you, I love it being around motorsports. Was for a lot of years because there's a lot of family involved. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters. Keeps everybody together, and there's always that family tug. It's great to see. Sebastian Landy, good luck. Good luck in Europe. We'll follow out. Bring home some more trophies, will you, young man?
Thank you.
All right, take care. There's trouble in one of America's largest cities. We'll talk about that and also visit the water cooler. The Friday water cooler is extra special when we come back.